Whoops.
Beep, beep, beep.
I think we're here.
What?
I think we're here.
Great. What's up,
Hey.
everybody? Welcome to the PeakD&D Livestream, which is actually in process. We were already talking about, Will mentioned that he wanted to talk about character classes and who we are in real life and our real life dump stats and whatnot. And Ben was in the middle of talking about how he started life out as a ranger, but things have evolved from there. So Ben, let's hear it, buddy. Keep going.
Like
Well,
Boy
first of
Scout
all-
Ranger?
What, like a rain? Well, yeah, I'm limiting
Or you
myself
started out
to
with
the
archery.
classes of D&D.
Uh-huh.
I started, so anyway, like, because I was very outdoorsy. I was like in the scouts and all this stuff. So this is we're drawing from a lot of different editions of D&D to sort of create this, but this is a conversation that I've had many times, so I'm very excited to talk about.
Oh, I didn't just make it up.
To be honest, no.
No, this is a normal.
Max
This is
and
a
I sat in
normal
his
thing.
living room and talked for several
Hours.
hours
About this.
what our stats are, like in real
Sure.
life.
Sure.
So I am.
And we're
I will
about
say
to recreate that
foundational-
hour-long conversation now.
Yeah, drawing. No. Drawing from my like 3-5 and prestige classes is sort of like where that started. And that's something we got from Nick. Was like they do a birthday thing every year where you get a level every birthday.
True.
And I thought that was cool. That's just like the next step in this conversation. But I started out, my foundation class was probably Ranger. I was very outdoorsy. I'm an Eagle Scout, and I have done like camping and hiking and trekking and sailing, all these things mostly through Boy Scouts growing up. So I was like, that's definitely Ranger-esque, right? Like outdoor fighter, like survivalist skills, that kind of stuff. So I was like, but very quickly started getting into like the performing arts and theater, which is what I do now. I'm a technical director and a retired actor, although you can never really retire from that, right? So
Former.
I started
Practice every Tuesday.
I started multi-classing into Bard, and that was sort of like, so I was Ranger, Bard, and then at some point my big shoulders and my big heart got the best of me, and I started taking lessons in levels in Paladin, because I very much was like, I kind of got, I don't know, I've just always been a bit of a rule follower, and like took an oath. I don't know, I'm not to a particular god, but I definitely have an oath of at least self-loathing or something like that.
No, it's the oath that we created.
Yeah, what is self-destruction?
Self-destruction.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
all-
definitely. If you look at any of my past relationships, definitely, or jobs, like, whatever.
Get that
Well,
on
just
our
the, like,
website
I would
and
say
stuff.
I am a Bardadin with a Ranger background, like, or maybe
Are-
like, I don't know.
Are there
a
any
background.
famous Bardadins?
Paladard.
Or like or are there any examples in media of a Ranger Bard?
Paladin?
I think so,
Ranger
too much.
Bard?
Yeah, or like a Bard
Paladin
Paladin.
Bard would be sort of like the poet warrior from samurai culture. Like that's sort of a bard paladin, someone who writes and sings and does poetry, but also is like a hell of a fighter and live by the like Bushido and codes
Well,
of the
cool.
samurai.
the one who dropped into my mind was Ron
Warrior
Swanson, based on like Ranger and Paladin.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know how much Bard is in there, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
for whatever
he's a
that's worth.
craftsman. Certainly, there's a bit of artificer, if not. And there's an interesting relationship between like creating art and creating like gadgets and things. Like I think there's a crossover between Bard and artificer. As far as like the tinkerer and the
Yeah.
production of things,
I was
making.
gonna
Interesting.
say, I was gonna say Jack Black from School of Rock, but I don't know how much Paladin is in there.
Dogs does an
Bard rogue,
interesting way of
100%.
describing your life using
I mean,
your class.
Paladin in the sense of like oath to rock, but definitely not like doing good in the sense of right and wrong, but doing good by
not a
oath
Boy
of
Scout
rock.
paladin. It is definitely not a lawful good like
Sure.
oath keeper type paladin.
No, just
So-
lawful to
Not quite
heavy
as
rock.
evil as a fallen paladin or oath.
So then I'm curious, Ben, what like your dump stat and what you
sure.
think your highest or
Will
highest to, however you
Will
want
was
to talk
saying
about
highest
that
too.
for a second.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
things can be tied.
as every good paladin builder knows, anyone who's ever run a paladin, it's not just a 2-stat class. You got to have 3 stats. You got to have wisdom, you got to have charisma, you got to have strength. You got like those.
What about Constitution?
Yeah, 3.
Go on.
I mean,
No.
con, yes, depending on the version.
Ben
for
gets
sure.
sick all the time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I get sick.
He has kids. That's like having disadvantage. That's
Yeah,
that's
like-
disadvantage on con saves.
Yeah, that's like you're living in a plague ward.
It's not.
But I would say strength is a pretty high stat for me,
Yeah.
and charisma. Those are my 2 mains. I would think.
Yeah.
And wisdom would be secondary. I think. I many times I don't feel exceptionally wise, but I think it's my dump stats are certainly dex. I have never been terribly graceful or lithe, and I guess con would fall to or intelligence. I don't know. I guess I'm like decently intelligent. I think here's the thing. After like high school, when I got into the arts, intelligence became more of a dump stat. It was like I got it to a certain point, and I probably could have kept going, but then I was like, nah, I'm not gonna drop it.
You're like math. Nah, I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm sitting pretty at a 13, maybe. I don't know.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Tony, Will, do either of you want to go next?
Will had the question. You want to go?
Or do you want to go last?
Have you
What-
thought
No,
long and
I-
hard about
no.
this?
Well, I have questions. I don't know the answers to anything. Is it possible that you can be bad
Of
at
course.
those certain
God damn it.
skills?
Why do you always push the goddamn rules and try to like
Is there a
Yeah,
class that
shit.
has amazing saving throws? Because I think intelligence is one of my highest stats, but when I have to recall something, I have a horrible saving throw on intelligence. And I think I have a horrible dex, but when it comes to after I drop something, I can like bounce it and catch it immediately. So it's like I have
Oh.
horrible dex, but an amazing dex saving throw. I have great
Okay.
intelligence, but a horrible intelligence saving throw.
Okay, so then like we're gonna delve into 5th edition here for a second. So
And,
I would say
and Constitution, and Constitution sucks. Dumb stat con.
okay, dump stat con. Cool. All right.
I want reasons, but Max, go.
But so it sounds like you have proficiency at the very least in dex saving throws, but you have a high intelligence without proficiency in intelligence saving throws. So I'm not sure. I don't know the 5th edition breakdown of where that
would-
goes.
Certainly fall to a
Oh no, ask
let's see.
ChatGPT. That's what Will does anyways.
Oh, sure.
you have a chat GPT familiar for sure.
Yeah. I feel like maybe you're a wizard, but I don't. You would have to have
You would gain proficiency in intelligence.
intelligence saving throw. Maybe you're like one of those absent-minded wizards.
Yeah, unless you
'cause-
purposefully nerfed yourself or someone. Maybe you got cursed. Maybe it took away your proficiency.
Who's that wizard in Lord of the Rings that has all the like bird poop on him and stuff?
Radagast the Brown.
Yeah, maybe Radagast.
He's more of a druid wizard. class.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
see, I think a little druidy.
Well,
I'm a
yeah.
little druidy. Bard to druid, I think maybe back to bard.
Where does the bard
and I
come
think-
in?
Just
Yeah,
class clown growing up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. Well, and I think too, like I've thought about it, like what is a modern day wizard? Who are modern day wizards,
Yeah,
right?
that's a
And I
question.
think that like Will, given your like programming and like tech savviness, like I think the crossover between like tech and wizardry is where I've landed on those things.
Today's wizards are today's
correct.
today's like tech jobs and tech savvy people.
I think
Correct.
I'm with that.
sorcerers must be tech bros then, because they know nothing about it, but they use it all the time.
I don't. Oh, I don't know. That's interesting.
Computer programmer.
Well, yeah,
or like
in that sense, it's like
developer.
sorcerers just use it and are really, really adept at using it, but have no concept of
They
how
have
it
no
works.
idea what they're doing. Yeah, they're like, I don't know.
Interesting.
Here you go, bro. So
Like,
like,
I
a
just
sorcerer
do it,
would be
man. I
tech
don't know.
pro, and like the programmers are the wizards. Like they're the real people that have to rely on their intelligence and knowledge to do that. Like,
Sure.
Right. but
Are there any wizard bards out there, like wizard bard druids in pop culture?
Oh my god.
What's a wizard bard druid?
Hey,
I mean,
Like they're
I'm thinking of.
I guess if we're thinking technology
frontmen. I'm thinking
wizard.
about like music frontmen from like
Iron
music,
Man?
like Radiohead or something, or like
what?
bard wizard, and then like the.
What
I
about
don't
Tom
know.
York says druid to you? No, I want to hear the answer to that.
What about? I mean, what about Tony Stark?
Because the people
no, he's
who
an artificer.
smoke a little
He's
ganja.
just okay. Again, I feel like Artificer also dives into wizardry into some, or can cross over.
Sure.
But
Certainly with some spell casting. There's definitely some spell casting there.
I was thinking more on the trajectory of tech, like we were talking about technology.
He's a wizard
Oh, yeah.
artificer is kind of how I would view it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if Artificer
And
is
his
an
charisma
option,
was off the charts.
then I would say wizard. Yeah, definitely class clowny as well.
Who are we saying?
Tony Stark, like Iron Man.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'll take it. What do we have so far? We have a Tony Stark, and we have a
Ron Swanson? That's
and a Ron Swanson.
That's a tough.
Okay, let's keep going.
That's a tough disparity. This party is shaping up to be something.
Let's keep
Shit,
going.
it's something,
Tony,
all right.
Tony, you want to go or you
It's
want me
something
to?
I'll go. I'll let you. I'll let
Okay.
you close it out.
All right.
What am I? That's a very, very good question. I think I would rely on stats. I don't know if I would rely on classes per se, but we can go in that realm.
Well, tell us your stats. We'll tell you what class you might be.
Precisely. Dump stat, strength, 100%.
Yeah.
I am not. I mean, I am for relatively speaking, but I think that's my dump stat. When talking to Will about this, when he first brought it up, I said Constitution is actually probably one of my highest stats, because of all the stuff that my body has gone through, and
You're still
how
here.
I can actually like fight it off. I think that lends itself to
100%.
Constitution.
Yeah, you have a
Dwarf.
con save to be
Yeah.
envied. my
Gourd. I'm basically gourd. And then I think between the two, I would say it would be dexterity, and then on the mental side, I guess my physical one would be Constitution. My mental one, I think, would be Wisdom.
I don't know, man. I can't play the drums like you. That takes some dexterity. You got to have at least.
I think I was going
Fair.
off of like a physical and a mental, which one's the top on both sides. But I think
Right.
my dex is right there with,
Yeah,
right
like
there
con and dex are pretty high for you.
because I mean, I've played sports. I play basketball, play pickleball. Dexterity is definitely there all the
Jockboy
time.
Wizard.
You're
So
drumming, like
I can't.
Jockboy
Dude,
Wizard
I can't
is basically
even-
what I am.
Whenever we're playing Fortnite in duos, like you're killing people and doing things before I can even catch up. So I'm gonna vote for dexterity
Okay,
on
so
that
con
as well.
So con and dex.
con
Yeah.
is very decent though. Either way,
Yeah.
like 16 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Higher.
Yeah.
So what
those
race
would be
class? What race class does that make Tony?
Oh, what do you think, man? Pirate? Is that a class?
whatever. Let's see.
Definitely, there's a bit of a roguishness
I
in
think
that.
there's a
bit.
little dwarf in there too, as far as Constitution.
Yeah,
is
because
concerned.
con is is dwarf Constitution. Is that basically the trope?
Yeah, but like you're built like an elf.
I know.
Yeah.
It's true. That is
Yeah.
very true.
Half elf, half dwarf.
You could be a dwelf. You never know.
This sounds dirty
No,
saying that.
No, I
No,
think
there-
no,
second
wouldn't
edition.
wouldn't it just
Well-
be an elf?
No, a dwarf and an elf,
Is it elf?
like a half elf is a human and an elf offspring. A dwarf and an elf were capable of creating a creature called a dwelf.
A creature.
Not a human. It was.
I guess that would make sense.
an
My
elf.
dad's
It was like a
definitely a
short
dwarf,
elf.
and my mom would probably be the elf in that
Oh, interesting.
situation.
Okay. I don't think I've ever met your dad. I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know
That-
your.
Anyway,
Oh.
you can look it up. It's a second edition thing, I think. It might be
It's a kind of cat.
a dwelf.
I mean,
A
that
dwarf.
Yeah, a
also,
bunch of
that also
hairless
checks
cats
out.
show up. A bunch
mean,
of
you can
hairless
just-
cats.
that
show
also
up.
kind
You
of
can
checks out,
search
to be
that.
quite honest.
You could just be an elf that rolled exceptionally well on Constitution, man.
Yeah. I
It's
think
also
that's
true.
good.
Yeah.
Sure, sure.
I
sure.
do have a
Yeah.
hard time going to sleep too, so there's that.
And
You
You've also-
can't.
However, I can be charmed by damn near anything. So
They're half elf.
Half elf. So who do we
Yeah.
have? Who do we have in pop culture?
I mean, rogue. There's a little bit of fighter in you too, though, with that high con. So
Sure.
my brain went to Drist, but Drist, he's a dwarf,
Yeah, who?
which is like an emo elf, which fits Tony.
Yes.
Like you're a drow.
Yes.
He-
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah,
who else?
yeah.
Trying to think of who.
You're
Who
a
would
punk
be
rock
all those
elf.
I'm a punk rock
Sweet.
elf.
Okay.
Tony
I mean,
Stark,
Dritz famously a
and
ranger.
Ron
but,
Swanson.
Drist is famously a ranger, but
uh,
I was thinking more the. I don't know.
Sure.
There's not really a. There's a good. I feel like
Fighter.
there's a couple of
rogue.
famous rogue elves. I can't think of
I can't think of them right
Any.
now, but
Yeah. Well,
every D&D book I've read is going back through my brain. I'm like,
yeah. Well, but there's also like, and this is where
just more like pop culture trope, like early
like,
classic lit.
I'm happy to take the ball here, but like here I also want to say, like, I think there's because based on life experience, okay, like what class would you be? But I think that like when thinking through problems and then when like approach to life, I think has a lot to do with what sort of class you
say that's
are, or
true.
maybe how you started, more so than like where you chose to level up later in life. And because that, like, I very much have the mind, but maybe not the stats of a rogue. And like,
sure.
with just like my love of liminal spaces and living in the margins and the way I think about problems is often like through like sneak attacking them as opposed to like rushing head on. And so like I definitely started as a rogue, there's no question. But then and then I probably quickly got out of that because Dex, well, probably not my dump stat. I'm pretty sure like Tony, strength is my dump stat. But Dex is not my highest. My constitution is decent. I rarely do I get sick, except for like every 3 years I'll get like strep throat or something like big. But when it comes to like little stuff, immune system is pretty solid. And then like man, I definitely have, I think I took some cleric levels in there. I like my wisdom is relatively high. I think my intelligence is decently high. And charisma is decent as well, but wisdom is probably like where my
Yeah.
The high mental stat.
One of the wisest people I know. Like you're broaching a 20, I think.
Aw, thanks, buddy.
You're maxing out on that one.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're gonna max out in 5th edition. You're already maxed out. I'm sure.
Sweet. But like I've also taken, like, I feel like I've taken some druid levels as I've like lived in Colorado more.
Sure.
Like
Being close to nature.
Yeah, no, for sure, man.
Definitely
Like,
got proficiency in the nature skill either way, I would say.
yeah. I mean, but it's not like in the ranger, like I'm gonna track this animal and hang out with this animal. It's like I'm gonna I'm gonna pick up this trash.
Sure.
Is I think how I started my
Druid
levels.
though? Okay.
You're just like becoming closer with nature, I think. That's not necessarily like you're unlocking the secrets of
No, but like more of a
wilderness.
I mean, no, between picking up trash and drug use, I think I have perhaps grown
Definitely.
I think Max
the
does
plants.
wild shape at fish concerts.
You should have seen me at JRAD last week.
Mhm.
I did think it was funny. like Travis was like, "Oh, dude, I just noticed on your mug, man. Is that a koala?" Like, no, sir, it is not. But
It is Bear Julius, is what it is.
no, that's
Bear
what I said.
Julius,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's exactly what I said. And then actually linked to dude put up the JRAD show, has the whole footage of that, and so linked to that as well.
Nice.
But no, I think those are my breakdown of things in there.
I first thought of Loki, but it was your first happier conversation.
Hmm.
about, like,
No, well, tricksters, there's like a
and smart,
Sneak
super
attack your
smart.
problems.
Yeah, I'll take it. I mean,
Yeah, sneak attack your problems, and I thought Loki.
We're all just going with MCU stuff, I guess.
I will.
guess
I
so.
will certainly tell you.
Strong
that
know I
Swan
am.
in the interview.
You're Black Widow, Tony. We're decided.
I mean,
Is that Scarlett Johansson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take
okay.
it.
Well, then who's Ben? We can't just leave him as
No
Rose
notes.
Thompson.
I think Ron is in the MCU, right?
I'm probably Thor. I would get maybe, but he's like a cleric paladin more than a bard paladin. But I don't know. I feel like I identify with that more so than like a Captain America, who might be considered a pure paladin, lawful good.
Sure.
He's really a fighter ultimately.
So then I'm curious real quick about like just going around the horn again with the idea of like how you focus and think about problems and how you approach life.
A bard, fallen paladin. But
Travis is in the chat. Hey, Travis.
What's up, Travis?
What do you?
all your
T-Dog in the chat too.
It's the actual Travis.
Stage your question one more time. I'm so sorry.
How do you think about your problems?
Yeah, right. So like, we talked about like class based on like stats and life experience and whatnot, but like I do think there's something about like the way that you approach life or challenges that is like indicative to classes as well. So I was curious, like I said, like while I may no longer be a rogue, like I very much take a roguelike approach to life and my like struggles. So I'm curious what y'all think about that.
I probably approach life more as a paladin and tackling problems, just like face things head on, bear the brunt of it for the betterment of others.
Well, and jump in front of the arrows.
Yeah, and like the first person to heal somebody else, if we don't have a cleric, is the paladin.
Even when you're making death saves.
I'm not gonna heal myself. Lay on hands is for you guys. It's not for me. Like I don't do
it's
that.
Just gross if you do it to yourself, right?
Your problems.
Sure.
And I was like, here, I can do this to help. But like,
okay.
It's like, oh, you're also missing your spleen right now. Fine, I'll be fine. Walk it off. It's fine. I got a few more hit points left.
I'll just go to a cleric later and get revivified. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tony, Will, thoughts on?
You go, Will. I'm still thinking.
I think I approach things as a bard.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say wizard just based on your Chat GPT familiar.
What do you think about this, chat?
Give me advantage on this roll.
Quite.
Yeah, I'm a procrastinator. Maybe that's wizardy.
I think that could be anything.
Also Bardy.
Maybe ChatGPT's more of your patron. Maybe you're a warlock.
Oh, snap! The tables have turned.
Oh.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
it's kind of true because every time
the original Nepo baby.
Every time around the table.
I think I'm like escapist. I approach problems by running far away from them, just like Oren. And
kind of wizardy.
And
in the back.
I mean, getting out in nature is huge for me. And
you're an elemental.
Yes, I think yeah. I could do elemental wizard. Get some Sound Tribe posters going in my brain.
There you go, man. Put it in that good font. Tony, what do you? Tony, what about you?
How do I approach my problems? I feel like I approach my problems in like my optimistic side would be I approach him as a realist and a practicalist with the goal of efficiency. Some people might say that's cynicism, but yeah, I think that's how I approach mine is.
But are you head on? Do you try to get like distance and see the big picture? Do you try to like
probably more big picture
flank? Okay. I'm not really sure how where a priest or a cleric fits in this metaphor for how they I guess they prey on them.
Yeah, I think it's like big picture though. It's like how is this problem going to affect the big picture? And if it's minimal, then I try to approach it that way while still trying to solve it. If it's a lot, then I put a lot more effort into it to see how that would situate things. But also ultimately knowing that like everything's going to be fine on the other side, no matter how it pans out, in the sense of just like do your best and if it gets whatever comes of it will come of it, no matter what will happen. So
Okay.
I trust the process, I guess is the thought.
I
don't know where that leads me though.
That's kind of cleric-y.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sweet. I would agree with that.
It'll happen.
Trevor
How it
says
happens.
paladins pray as well.
Paladins pray as well, but they kind of pray to
Yes.
smash their
Praise him.
problems in the face.
Yeah, that was Gord.
They're kind
was
of like,
bored.
let me destroy this thing. Hammer.
Yeah. 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 All right, but you still
Yeah,
have.
I think
Are you
that's
still
cleric.
rocking
Certainly cleric.
your dice practice, Ben, or have you gotten out of the habit of?
I have been rolling at disadvantage, I would say, for about a year solid.
Sure.
And I still do it.
Okay.
I miss a couple of days every now and then. Like I probably get half the days of the week usually.
Okay. And will you
Yeah.
just like
For the good
explain?
people at home, explain what that is.
Yeah.
Oh, so I have this dice ritual that's sort of a gratitude practice. It's sort of an introspection for my life. Is that I roll a d20 every day, and they sort of keep that number in your pocket for something you're going to encounter that day. Like you're like, oh man, I have a 10. I got to use this 10 randomly throughout the day. And like something happens in your day, you have a good meeting, you have like, something, oh, this is like an average interaction. But just knowing, like on the days when you roll a natural 20, like you're like, I got this. Something, one thing in my day today is I'm going to fucking knock it out of the park. But more of the gratitude practice is sort of thinking about like, okay, is there something in my life that will give me advantage or disadvantage on this roll? And then if there is, I will roll a second dice. I roll 2 dice at once and take the better or the worse of them. Like, oh, your baby was up all night. You didn't sleep much. That's disadvantage today, brother. And then just sort of thinking of like, and it's just kind of funny how the universe works out, man. I've found like,
Sure.
like, oh fuck, this didn't get sent, or I forgot to do that. I was like, oh, there's that 4 I rolled on intelligence, apparently. Like memory recall for like Will, when you forget something, oh, there's that 2.
That's Tony's cleric moving through you.
Yeah, Tony's cleric moves through us all.
Is that like giving yourself inspiration, kind of, or what is
Sorta.
that?
Yeah, it's sort of like
Yeah.
I have it to use. It started as the portent roll for a diviner wizard in 5th edition,
Yeah.
at least 2014. You had a portent roll where you like would roll a dice and you got a certain number of rolls, and then you basically got to keep those numbers, and you could use them yourself or give them to somebody else. It's still a really cool class. If
Also,
you're playing a wizard,
insanely
fucking diviner
broken.
wizard is so broken. But like if you rolled a natural 20, you have a natural 20 that you can use at any point during that day. Like, and if you roll a 1, you can give that 1 to somebody else. So I sort of, without the being able to give it to other people, I sort of was like, I started my own version of a portent roll, and it became sort of a gratitude practice.
Nice.
So
Dig it, man. Well, yeah, I figured to like honoring the faith, the spiritual side of your paladin nature. Yeah.
I have my big green eye dice
Nice.
Awesome.
that I roll sometime. They should keep this with me.
Awesome. So I'm curious, Ben, this is shifting gears a bit, but there was a comment that you made like offhandedly, I think, in this most recent episode when we were looking for Davin.
Right.
And I'm curious, was Davin a plant from Jastian in the Syndicate?
Oh, interesting. Like was
Because you made some comment, like, I feel like Jastian,
Jastian the god or Jastian
the character, the proprietor of the Bone Palace,
Yeah.
Jastian,
Hotelier.
I feel like you made a comment that insinuated a familiarity with Davin.
has this come out yet? This episode?
Yes,
It just came out. Okay.
it was last
He
week's
wouldn't
episode.
talk about future episodes.
Yeah, I
Well, that's what I was making sure. I was just making sure. I was like, wait, did that already happen? Yeah. So
I think we've killed Davin.
yes, you did. But that was sort of
After we put him in the poop water. Yeah.
he was kind of my ace in the hole. Like he was just the guy that I sort of had a couple of things that he could give you guys as far as information and far as like connections, or perchance if we got too deep into this, it would be a route of escape. Like he was on Jastian's payroll, like Jastian Jalissanthier.
Oh,
Sort of like a plant. He was supposed to be there that night to. So he was a bit of a red herring, like a bit of a like possible suspect for you as far as the mystery was concerned, but also like there was a little bit more back there. He was infiltrating Zelda Drift's like organization. There's a lot of weird.
It's a good thing we didn't kill him then.
So fucking weird, like in my head movies. That like if we ever get to exploring those things, that's when I kind of start unpacking all of it.
Sure.
But a lot of that stuff just goes undiscovered, and I'm just like,
no. Well, I mean, like, that's
good for you for reading into that, because I think I made that as a very offhanded comment.
Well, I mean, it's the like I closely rewatch those, and so like I've picked up a lot of things, but then also I've forgotten a million things, like the etching that was on the Oracle Inara's grave that Cecil did. Like, I assume that was a reference to where all of the pillars are.
Yes,
but is that even? Do we even need that information anymore? I have no idea.
It is not entirely relevant. I mean, the pillars are still there. They're just inactive now. They're just like stone plinths now. They're not.
Right.
Are the pillars are the pillars the same as also when we unleashed all the gods? We had a brief glimpse from like a 10,000-foot view of the whole of Argelia. And I think we could see where all the convergent like ley line stuff was for a brief moment. That was like a quick offhand comment too. But did those line up? I mean, I guess we don't, I don't know, but are those the pillars, or are those the like converging portal points? And are those different or the same?
Yeah, yes and no. Like some of those convergent points that you saw would be where the pillars were, because they were sort of constructed in a very strategic way by the Vortorum. But what you guys ended up doing, and I told this to Leaky's TV, who's one of our Discord members, and they were like it became far less important once the Shadow King met you guys in the library at Delos, and he recognized the blood of Atmar in Ravi. And so suddenly the pillars were not his goal anymore. It was like not important. He was like, I have to get this kid here to this nexus point where he will open up the gate for me. That was his plan from that point on. So the pillars became kind of less secondary.
Interesting.
The blood is a key card.
Yeah. His initial plan was, if I can control all these pillars, and like, so he was exercising his influence as little as he sort of could. It was still sort of like,
well, it's pretty good.
Like, but
all
then
to a T.
Yeah. And then so that sort of became, I mean, his ulterior motive, and then it was my ulterior motive.
So it turns out I don't have a black card. I am the black card.
You're a key. You are a key to be used as you will. And
fuck that shit. I'm getting drunk.
What you proved is that this particular key has a will of its own. It is not to be used as just a tool.
Was Rick Moranis the key master, or was he the gatekeeper?
He was the key master.
Okay. And
Dana was the gatekeeper.
I won't be your pitch man.
I won't be your pitch man.
You hear me?
So that's sort of the Blood of Atmar line was sort of what became the driving force behind his machinations, his plans later on in that up to the climax of the campaign, which was in that nexus point, which was not a pillar, but it was a nexus point. Was it from the die pick at like session 0 that you knew that Tony was going to be the main character, the key? As far as that was concerned, that was based on his dice pull. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it probably would have happened in some way or another.
So then, in theory, had
that one pulled, but
I was going to say, had we not chosen that, had Tony not chosen that particular die, then there would have been like the whole Blood of Atmar storyline goes away.
Or could it manifested itself
maybe.
like that's who we're trying to protect, or that's who we're
Interesting.
trying to find?
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool, man.
That's
it might
kinda
have
how I see
gone. It might have gone the other way because he might have gone with the pillars. That would have been maybe the goal of the Shadow King. To
Oh, sure.
continue down that line. If there wasn't really a blood of Otmar or blood of whoever, but
Yeah.
it just became that character because of what you pulled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, I could not have planned those pulls better. The way it ended up happening.
Yeah.
was like, and you guys still don't know the full extent of it, but I was like, it happened. If I could have chosen 3, it would have been the 3 you chose. Like,
That's Tony's cleric working through us.
Tony's Spirit works through us
There
all.
you go. Would you have chosen, like, would you have picked a different, like,
Would I have picked a different?
Orientation,
country?
like those 3, but
correct
Max
orientation?
is
Yeah.
Max
Yeah.
shows the blood of Otmar one.
Or like,
essentially.
oh yeah, Will gets.
Could have been, I don't know. Like maybe like Will's potential could have worked for you, could have worked for Max, could have worked for Ravi, honestly. But like,
Sure.
But that particular dice, I was really glad ended up in the mix.
Sure.
Your poll, Max, I think could have been several others, but I liked the way it worked because of
Sure.
mostly because of your connection to the original campaign that spawned this world and this one. Like,
No doubt.
there was just some poetic beauty in that to me.
Sure.
Some nice similarity between
Of course.
the connection to that bard and your
Yeah.
player Scion guy,
Yeah.
which is cool. I just think that, again, it was just kind of cool how that all worked out. The dice tell the best stories, man.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
We've always said it ever since we started this. Well, and before, but like,
Nick,
We've
man,
always-
that's all Nick.
yeah. I guess,
Um,
Nick brought that to the fore.
Maybe he could expand on this, or Ben, you know what he's asking. But Travis asks, "What is the
Well-
Great Old up to? You know, the one that the Shadow King was piling around with."
Oh, yeah. The
I don't know if I know what he's referencing. The Great Old.
I think he means like the old god, like the Nether god that
Yeah, because there's
sort
like
of
the 5.
is the Shadow King and sort of isn't the Shadow King at the same time.
Okay.
It's one of the old gods. Like there is sort of the thing that was beckoning to you in that nexus point was
Right.
one of the original Nether gods who I don't know how much lore I want to get into at this point, but
That's fine.
there's there's something unique about that particular god. There are 5 ether gods and 5 nether gods that spawned the 20. Like these are the primordial, like
Yeah,
Gotcha.
5 dads, 5 moms,
Word.
for lack of a better
the
term.
true like
20
origins
kids.
of the 5 forces, right? Like those 5 gods, opposite ends of the spectrum, are
Banged it out and created each set. Banged it out and created a force.
Yeah.
Right.
Word.
So that was sort of kind of what that one in particular was representative of, and is sort of the Shadow King. Like I would say, like was working through the entity known as the Shadow King to
Okay.
get itself out of here. Sort of one in the same, like a trinity of some kind,
Great.
or like
An unholy trinity, perhaps.
an unholy trinity, like Father, Son, and Holy Ghost situation.
Sure.
But in the Nether.
Nether God, Shadow King, and some other thing.
The Nether
Sure.
God, Shadow King.
I guess I
And
got to
some
add
other
2
thing.
because everything comes in sets of 5 in this game.
Yeah,
Well,
I
and
know.
then there's
Except for us.
Kieran Corin, who's palling
Kieran
around with
Corin.
the Shadow King, kind of, or
Yeah.
at least doing the Shadow King's bidding.
That fucking
He's just
guy.
Is that the son? Is that the
Flunky.
son to the father?
There's a few like, sort of like the Shadow King can appear in the realm in various ways. He can also like exercise his will over others. As you've seen, like he can also like capture the shadows of people and literally like
Yep. no.
turn them into like,
Yep. Experienced that.
yeah, we saw that one happen. But also like he has servants who like sort of have followed him, worshipped him in some way, and like Kieran Corrin, like, and his butterfly girlfriend. It's I think it's more
Butterfly
like
girlfriend.
he can. Well, there were two Fey Lords at the thing.
Ceremony.
One impersonating Inara, the Oracle, and one impersonating
Right.
The brother. Yeah. But the brother was also working for the Shadow King too. Like, so the real Lysander.
Orin's best friend.
I know. So basically, anyone you think you like or have like an immediate affinity towards, any of us.
Hence
Only
the fake
Will.
glass.
Only Will. If Will likes a character, they're gone. That's why Gus is safe, because you don't like Gus. You and him.
I don't
Me
like
and Gus. Me and Gus
I
are
don't
tight.
like Paterial either so much.
Me and Paterial are tight.
I don't like anybody. I don't like anybody who's
Right.
encroaching on
Paterial is safe.
the bodyguard.
Gus is safe.
Like I am the bodyguard.
Yeah, no, we're not allowed to have any sort of relationships.
Hey, Will. Pineapple
outside of
dude.
yours.
Pineapple dude wants to know why you don't like Gus.
He's shifty. Like I'm here to protect the crew, and he like immediately tried to kill us and steal from us. Then when he after
Very
he got us
poorly.
then after he got us into there, into the what was the
He like straight up killed the magistrate. Like
Yeah, dude.
Yes, he did.
which framed that for us again. Then he took a shit in our cabin that we were supposed to sleep in.
that was the bathroom. He had made that assignation later on.
I love Ben doing Gus. But Orin doesn't like Gus.
Yeah.
And are you just threatened by Paterial?
Yeah, especially
Okay.
since he became a dual shield wielder and became
Sure.
a badass, and
Paterial Paterial has main character energy like all over the place there.
Somehow.
I'll push him out.
I think
of
that might have been. I
spotlight.
think that might have been my fault.
That is, both of those are your fault, actually.
Oh,
Actually,
Paterial
you're right.
was not a
And
character until you grabbed some dude.
Neither was
The
Gus,
Ravi
I don't think.
the
No,
Ravi
and-
complex basically just makes these characters, and either Orin or Julius hate them.
The coattails, I'm trying to ride Ravi's coattails, and I can't have anybody else on board. You know, like
There's not enough coattail to go around. Okay.
Normally there's
if I get kicked off, I'm in trouble.
normally
Now
there's
he's on both, man, like some sort of weird split wakeboard.
Yeah.
Totally.
a
split
weird
ski.
shit.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
That's funny. I don't know why anyone wouldn't like Gus.
Well, I
Wow.
think Gus is great.
What's
my
up,
favorite.
Logan Price? D&D Beyond or Roll20? Pretty new to DM and non-paywall aspect to great for me, but my players prefer the easiness of Beyond. What do we prefer?
Interesting.
Roll20.
Ooh.
Roll20. I don't think I've actually used Roll20.
We did
Yeah.
during the pandemic, if you recall, we did use
Ton on Roll20.
Dungeon
Yeah.
of the Mad Mage during Roll20, and I liked that.
Oh, that's the virtual
That was pretty
tabletop.
cool.
Okay, I've used it a
Yeah.
lot.
I mean, and they have
Built my
they've
own character
only made
sheets. It was
improvements
crazy.
since I've used it. Like it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, you built a pirate game on
I did.
on
I
Roll20.
did.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why. I just
Hold on.
the way it was written and the way I
Yeah.
read it, I just didn't put two and two together.
Yeah.
I
Are they
will
the same?
say
Do they have virtual tabletops on D&D
they,
Beyond as well?
they made an attempt. I would use Roll20 over D&D Beyond for like a tabletop experience, like a
Yeah.
digital VTT.
Yeah.
But as far as like
I've heard Foundry's good too, Travis.
I put a bunch of cash into
Yeah.
getting the digital books on D&D Beyond. So like as far as like looking things up and referencing rules, I like that.
I think once you
Like
have the
D&D.
books on D&D Beyond, it is a
Yes.
very useful tool.
And I did figure out I can still access all the old 2014 books.
Oh, nice.
You can also get the 2024 books. I was having
Oh.
trouble with it before, but like
Oh.
I don't have the digital
And-
versions of the 2024 rules.
So Ben, I'm curious, how do you feel about 24 character playing in a 14 campaign hypothetically?
Yeah, how do you think about that?
Oh, I don't think that works at all. That's
No?
a terrible idea.
Fair points.
No,
was-
1 hour.
It was. I mean, it worked okay.
It was
because
fine.
I have at least enough knowledge of the 2014 monk that it didn't throw me.
I don't
off.
know what you guys are talking about.
That's good.
At
Neither
all.
does anyone else.
Well,
except
hey,
us
here's a
four.
little teaser, and this is a great way to promote Homie and the Dude. So so coming up in our campaign in a few, like a
We
month.
think the 20
No, not
we
a
think-
month.
we
70.
think
There's
three weeks?
There's 3 more. Yeah, there's 3 more sessions.
71.
we're
right?
doing. Yeah.
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 three
So
more
we're
come out.
doing a little departure from our DC 20 campaign with Oren, Julius, and Ravi. We are there's a little shift, and we go into a little mini arc campaign we have not yet filmed the finale, but we're going to very soon. And it's a 5th edition game, 2014 rules, except for Tony, who made his character with the 2024 rule set and brought a character in.
No, I didn't.
I did say I was going to audit them, and then I didn't because we just
I
started.
did say I was going to audit them, and then I didn't.
Yeah,
That's my wild magic coming through. It's just
That's the
Tony's
only part of your
playing.
wild magic coming through.
Tony's cleric was not guiding us that day.
No.
So you made a
Neither was D&D Beyond because I don't buy the books. Therefore, it was very confusing.
yes. Although I still think you can use my account on D&D Beyond.
I think
Anyway, it's
you
fine.
have to make a campaign that I'm invited to. Then I can.
I think you're in several of them.
So
I've had 4 or 5,
yes.
man.
I know, but I don't think there's character slots anymore.
I don't know. It's fine. But it was very funny because we were like, he's like, I used my spirit point or whatever it was.
Focus point.
Focus
Focus.
point.
And I was like, you mean your key point? He's like, no, it says focus point. I was like, I don't think you're using the right edition, man.
There's also like a ability that I was able to like once I roll initiative, I can like use
Oh, yeah.
do something to regain my focus points once per day. And you're like, that doesn't work. I'm like,
That's like
okay.
I don't know how that is. There is some sort of monk thing that you can do in 2014 that's similar, but I think it's a subclass ability.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. But so we're doing this little mini arc. It's based on The Wandering Tavern, which is a book by Homie and the Dude. If you haven't checked, they're a UK-based father and son team. They write all kinds of cool supplements. They even wrote a sort of in conjunction with The Wandering Tavern, which is this giant like city. It's a floating tavern that is like sort of like Howl's Wandering Castle, Studio Ghibli style, like aesthetic to it. Really cool. A lot of mystery, a lot of weird things going on in this setting that they've created. So we do a very brief, it's like a 6-episode arc, I think.
I
is what
just
it's gonna-
posted it in the link
We've
to the
briefly
Kickstarter.
seen it. Oren, Julius,
the
and
chat.
Ravi have briefly seen it coming in, and Jastian the God teased it a
we
little
have
bit.
mentioned it a couple of times already.
Yeah.
I think.
It's showing up to Jaro. It's currently docking in Jaro as we speak.
Yep.
Mhm.
And you do not want to miss the pilot episode.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's what I was gonna say is that like I'm totally
Is that
cool
too?
with getting into that as well, because I do think like, not that I've watched it, I'm excited to go see it, but I really do think that like the last half hour is probably the best stuff that we have ever put on camera.
100%.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this was all based on an idea that came out of an episode or a pre-show thing.
Yeah, no, within like 3, because there was a reference within 3 episodes, I would say, ago in the 60s somewhere, like the idea of like, we should get those hot one sauces, like that gets said around the table.
On camera.
I
Oh
think-
yeah, for sure. It is like
Yeah,
released and
think
out
it-
there.
I think
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
2 or
yeah.
3
It's like
episodes
episode
ago.
65 or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So just because I've never seen anybody else do this, so maybe we're the first ones. I friggin' hope so. But we're gonna put it out there just so we can look back and say that we were the first ones to do this. If nobody did. Because of course, as soon as we say this, Critical Role is going to come out with something, and they're like, "Oh, look, we're doing this thing." But so what we did was, as the first sort of adventure in this arc, was I had them and me. We all did it. We did a Hot Ones challenge while playing D&D. It was sort of our like you meet in a tavern setting for the first session, and it was really fun. It was crazy. So I came up with
Highly recommend.
your scenario. We're gonna put out a PDF so you can play this game with your campaign if you want. I started working on it. So
Sweet.
Hey,
Okay.
great.
Congrats.
And we'll put out like a free PDF about if you want to roll this into your thing with the Hot Ones rules and whatever. Not 100% sure how that works, like proprietarily. So we just called it the Hot 20 challenge. But it was super fun, and we tried a whole bunch of hot sauces. Once we hit the bomb, which is number 8, I think. 8. Holy, shit got crazy. It was wild. So look out for that episode coming out, sort of kicking off our Homie and the Dude.
I think it'll be the 23rd,
so it's
September 23rd.
Yeah, about a month from now. A month from today.
I think it'll be about a month. Barring any other live streams or anything like that in the meantime.
And I want to give a shout out to Tony, because I really think his idea of we need to eat, you need to eat the next sauce before your turn, I think is where
I think that was the best.
Yeah, because I think we started at top of the round. We all did it at the same time. But on those earlier hot sauces, they weren't that bad. So they would just kind of come and go. And by the time it was my turn, I think I was last. Or I think I was last in the turn order, the way it came out. So I ate it, and then I was like, I'm not dealing with it.
Yeah.
So we did it. So then I was like, okay, at the start of your turn.
T-Dog asks, will you be facing off against fire bosses? There are some pretty themed bosses.
Themed bosses.
I came up with a couple of things. It was sort of like a challenge from the 9 Hells. It was like this devil shows up, and he has this Tabasco kind of beard. We got to make some art for that.
Oh, thanks, Logan Price. He just subbed just so we can see this one.
Oh, yeah, man. It was super fun.
Like we said, the last half hour is the best. It does build a little bit, but the last 100%. Half hour is gold.
It's crazy.
That's when we start hallucinating. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it was wild. It was a good time. So
it was episode 66 that the idea came up because we were hanging out. It was Brain Stew. We were hanging out with Jastian. I think he just made some poppers. I think he just made some food appear. And then Tony made a reference that it was that goes from extremely hot to devilishly hot, and that's when we go off on a tangent. We should eat some hot wings and film a D&D episode.
And credit where credit is due. Tony and Max and Will, you ordered the sauces, right?
I think Will and Max brought it together.
Yeah, Max and I were just hanging out. I think before a session, we were like, let's just make this happen.
Yeah, and then we were
highly recommend for you at your table.
And we'll put out I guess I gotta get that ready by the 23rd so we can put it out and link it in the doobly-doo. And
hot wings, T-Dog says hot wings and D&D sound great, but Max has thoughts on hot wings and D&D.
So this is why because again, we were playing dice, paper, pencils, saucy fingers. There's a logistical component here, and so we made a bunch of chicken nuggets and then just dumped sauce or sprinkled sauce or administered the sauce later as to spare the area of effect damage to our sheets.
Will dumped the sauce.
I was sitting next to Will and I was appalled at various points, but that's also why he almost went into shock.
That was the word. I was looking for that word during that episode. Clinical definition of shock is what I think I was.
Will
there was a point I was looking over. I was like, "Are you gonna be okay, man?"
There's a moment where we're like, "Should we stop? Are you okay, Will? Are you gonna pass out?" He's like, "I think I'm gonna pass out."
Tunnel vision was closing in, but I powered through it.
Anyway,
good job, man.
So it's so what we ended up doing was at the beginning of your turn. Yep. You had to eat the wing,
and then
for some of them. For some of them,
we sort of switched about
four or five, yeah.
And it was because I was sort of doing it one each round,
yeah.
And that was sort of because it sort of factored in. Anyway, those updates will be incorporated into the PDF, so you will have a little bit of direction, but make it your own. Do it with your group.
What were the monsters that we? What did you make up for that?
There was a giant, there were these hot sauce oozes that were Tabasco sauce oozes. And we used, I had these little dragon blood ooze miniatures that I used for that. And then he was what was he? Not a pit fiend. That's a demon. He was no, pit fiend's a devil, right? Anyway,
I don't know.
That. The other one.
Wasn't it a giant a legless chicken. That we
Oh
were...
yeah, it used Garistro stats, which is like a huge, like a CR-17. That's actually a demon. It's like a monstrosity, like from the abyss, I think.
But it was flavored as.
It was like a big chicken with no wings. It was like
because we were eating them.
Chicken demon, yeah. And it had like a hot sauce breath attack. They had legendary actions that it could like make you eat more sauce. Like that was
it was gnarly. There was like touching, like the combat itself, like aside from like doing math under the influence of those last hot sauces was not necessarily easy, but like that combat almost went very sideways.
Yes, it did.
Oh yeah, it was rough. And it was just the one guy, but it was like you had already fought oozes. The devil was like basically watching, and he could have jumped in if he wanted to, but that Garistro stats, that's a CR-17 monster. You guys were level 10, like, and there's 3 of you, which that makes that's beyond deadly. Like it should have, and
close.
Some of those attacks got you pretty darn close to being dead.
It was close.
Oh yeah, no, there was like one round where I think I got hit for like 60.
Yes.
So 60 points of damage, just like
so did I.
So there were bonuses that you guys got, and some of them we didn't get to, but like there were items that would have shown up if I decided you needed them, like health potions and shit like that, and like
milk shot. I still have that on my character sheet. I haven't used it.
Yeah.
Though.
Oh,
Yeah. We had like a milk, like if you made it through the whole turn without having to take a drink, I gave you the bonus for the round.
Yeah.
It was kind of like rolling bonuses the more difficult it got, and that there was a constitution check or saving throw for every level of sauce, and that that went up every time.
And honestly, for the most part, just through the whole thing, I don't think any of us really took that many drinks, if at all.
No,
I thought at the very end.
Max did.
I did, but I had to.
At the very end, I thought I hadn't drank any water, but like after 5, I think we said, "Oh, we're taking a break."
At the top of the round.
At
the top of the round, we were like able to. You just had to make it through the round in order beforehand.
Yeah.
And I think I took like 2, but still, like we went for the majority of that. We went through it without like anything to drink either. It was pretty intense.
It was definitely kind of a play test. Like I would say, if you watch it, it's definitely you can see it sort of like adjusting as we go.
For sure.
But I think it'll be a lot more streamlined as a PDF, like little fun adventure to do as a one shot. Like you don't have to keep going if you don't want to. You could like roll it into any campaign and just adjust.
Like literally any boss battle. Just be like, all right, we're gonna do this for the boss battle.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to think while your head's on fire.
Well, we still have the sauces. We still have a lot of the sauces left.
Some of those were delicious. I was actually thinking about like,
yes, they
I
were.
forget. It was
They're
like
in the
6 or 7.
right over there. I'm at the studio right now. So
but also like in a nod to Tony's clerical impulses and approach here. It does actually time out really well too, because Homie and the Dude are also going to start their Kickstarter for their next sort of adventure setting, which is like a Mad Max scorched earth sort of spot. And so that's actually serendipitously going to be going on when we put these episodes out too, which is cool for everybody. I think.
Doesn't go along with a scorched earth campaign than hot sauces? I mean,
precisely.
Scorched tongue, scorched earth. You know,
my face was.
That's what we were going for. We're going for synchronicity.
Sure, and very intentional.
Super intentional. We had to do it the whole time. They're just about to launch. So we'll have a link to their Kickstarter and stuff. You can also get. You can go to homieandthedude.com and get their this Wandering Tavern campaign. They have we're also going to
posted that link in the chat, so it's in the chat too.
Yeah. Check it out in the chat if you want to go see what they have. There's also like the finale. I'm using a different rule set that they came up with for like airship battles.
Oh, right.
That's what we'll see for the finale, which will be really cool. It's called Sky Zephyrs is what they call it. So we're going to do a little airship battle at the end of this sort of arc as these characters are trying to get off of the Wandering Tavern.
If you watch closely, because you definitely like at the end when you introduce the whole I definitely like teared up, like when the there's that just like hits me in the feels when the good guys come back. And so
Yeah.
yeah, no, you could definitely, yeah, if you're savvy and you watch, you can tell. But it was
Nice.
good. When I heard that accent, I was like, oh hell yes.
Hell yes.
Max already has a title for that episode ready to go.
Heck yeah.
Based on his recent JRAD concert experience.
There's a Grateful Dead song, Jerry Garcia band song called Cats Under the Stars. And that just seems rather fitting for how that second to last episode plays out.
Oh yeah. That'd be cool.
Well, then I think we were talking about too, like while the Homie and the Dude stuff is going on, what is it, 5, 6 episodes?
I was about
6, I think.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna do some downtime for like what Robbie, Julius, and Orton are up to. And I think we're gonna put out not shorts, but shorter videos once a week so you guys can just stay up to date with what they're doing. Yeah. So Tuesdays will still be our release for Homie and the Dude, but we're thinking about doing like a downtime sort of scenarios for them and put out like, I don't know, 5-ish minutes, maybe as many as 10 minutes. We're not really entirely sure, but maybe on Fridays or Saturdays or something like that. So you can see what's up with the main cast.
Yep. So this will cover a certain amount of time that elapses in Argelia, leading to sort of this finale of this mini arc campaign. And they will sort of like a West Marches is the campaign style that I think that is becoming popular again, because that's what Critical Role is.
DC20 and D&D will collide in the finale.
I've been thinking about this for months before they fucking announced it. I was like, I'm going to put these two campaigns together in one fucking epic finale, and then we're going to go back to the main campaign, and this little mini arc will have effects in the world elsewhere. But like, goddamn,
that's how I felt about Rock Band when Rock Band came out. I was like, I had this idea.
Which is why when Critical Role does Hot Ones
when they do the Hot
September 10th,
probably
like, sweet.
Ours is coming out on the 23rd though, but we filmed it 2 months ago.
I know, that's why we're saying it here and now on August 26th when we filmed it on August 1st or whatever.
Can we send them a cease and desist letter?
I don't think so. We can try.
I think we'll get cease and desist from Hot Ones before they send us. We can
whatever
cease and desist along.
We don't make any money.
It's true.
That's true.
But
we're just eating here, guys. We're just eating.
We bought those sauces.
Yeah, just go ahead and either way, if our 5E campaign is not our mini arc, Homie and the Dude thing is not your flavor, you're still going to get some content for our DC 20 campaign with Oren, Julius, and Ravi. We're going to be, I think we're planning on it, I would say. I'm not even thinking, like, we're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Well,
planning on it. So barring any major catastrophes.
Correct.
And
we'll be doing
to that point also, like something cool because of that, like it has caused you, Ben, to develop like a time off sort of mechanic, which I think is like, it's something that we've played around with in our home game at various points, but it's kind of cool for the DM to have like some structured, like, oh, all right, well, your characters have a month of downtime in between adventures or rest, and giving folks like a system, a framework to maybe think about like
how they do that.
What are you doing on spring break?
How I spent my summer vacation.
Right.
I think it was cool too, and maybe after this or another live stream, but like it was fun to jump, like kind of in the same world, but like jump from DC 20 to like 5e, and just like, oh my god, that's so much damage. Oh my gosh, where are my action points?
A lot of math.
Just like
math.
just being able to like really quickly put them up against each other has been fun too. Just to be like, oh, I really like this about DC 20, or this is interesting about D&D. I think it's been fun to like see that again quickly.
We definitely miss our action points.
God, I want them.
I think it's a really interesting, I mean, it might make a good video now that we've done it, like, or maybe another live stream, we'll talk about it next live stream, but like having jumped back in this capacity, like we play 5e once every other month in our monthly game, but like this sort of intense focus that we get around the table here in the studio is jumping back into 5th edition, having done a full year of DC 20.
Yeah.
And then some, like 14, 15 months at this point.
It's crazy.
Yeah, right? Like,
Yeah, no, for sure.
which is just crazy. But like jumping back into 5e and running, because I haven't run 5e in 3 years, like, a while. And just sort of sitting and comparing the two experiences. There's definitely some benefits to both. There's things I like about both. There's things I don't like about both. But 5th edition, 2014 rules. I have not delved into the 2024, but everything I've read says I'm not missing much. But Tony has, that's for sure. And you know what? Works just backwards compatible. Just
it's backwards compatible. Yeah. Just like the Xbox 360.
Yep. I still play my Xbox 360 on my Xbox One, and it's great.
Yeah, Tony brought his new Xbox game, and we're just like, we're rocking the
playing Halo, man. What do you do? Like, I've got Halo Legends. I was like, that's not the same fucking thing.
Yeah, it is the same thing. Look at the guns. Look at the brand. Yeah, they're the same thing.
Okay, join our LAN network right now. Help me. LAN over here, and he's on like Wi-Fi.
This
5G
has been delightful. I thank you everyone who joined us in the chat.
Hey,
right? That's awesome.
yeah.
Thank you,
Logan Price, T-Dog.
Yeah, everyone for
Thank
making
you for
time.
showing up.
Person.
Like all you guys for making time to do this. It's fun. Like, I don't know. It's fun to sit around and chat and crack jokes with you all.
Yeah, man.
That's all.
Like
That's
it.
all I got.
Like it. Well, back to the campaign next week. You'll see episode 72?
69.
69.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a good
Next
one.
week, 69 coming at you. And then stay tuned in a few more weeks for our little mini arc, Homie and the Dude campaign. We're really excited about it. You'll get a notification if you follow us or a sub to the channel. Or check out our Discord too. We'll put something on there too.
Will we?
Probably not.
I don't
Yes.
Okay, will. Okay, sorry. Like, I just know me. Okay.
We're on TikTok, man. We're big time. Great. No, thanks, guys. This was really fun. Thank you for joining us here at the Peak. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
We